The psychology of a man shall never leave. In a world of fleeting connections and disposable relationships, what makes a man irreplaceable? It's not about being the richest, the most handsome, or the most charming. We've all seen those men get left. So what is it? What is the psychology, the deep character of a woman that a woman would look at through all of life's storms and think to herself, I am never letting him go? Today, we answer that question. Hello and welcome. Let's talk about a question that sits at the heart of many men's anxieties. How do I keep the love I've found? We spend so much energy on the chase, on the initial attraction, but far less on understanding the architecture of a love that lasts, a love that deepens and becomes unbreakable over time. This isn't about tactics or manipulation. It's not a list of tricks to make a woman stay. This is about character. It's about cultivating a specific set of psychological traits that make you not just a partner, but a pillar in her life. Today, we are exploring the psychology of a man she'll never leave. We will move beyond the superficial and dissect the three core pillars of the irreplaceable man: the anchor, the compass, and the gardener. By the end of this video, you will have a clear blueprint for becoming the kind of man who builds a love so deep and a respect so profound, it becomes a permanent fixture in her life. The first and most fundamental pillar is not about excitement or passion, it is about stability. The irreplaceable man is, first and foremost, the anchor. The anchor is a man who functions as his partner's safe harbor. This means he has developed the skill of emotional regulation. When life becomes chaotic and she is caught in a storm of anxiety, fear, or sadness, he doesn't get swept up in it with her. He doesn't add his own panic to the chaos. He remains a calm, steady, and non-anxious presence, allowing her to tether herself to his stability until her own storm passes. Imagine she comes home one day, completely devastated. She just found out she's been laid off from a job she loved. Her world is spinning. The unstable partner's reaction: he immediately panics. Oh my God, what are we going to do about the rent? This is a disaster. I can't believe this is happening. His anxiety now becomes another fire she has to put out. She has to manage her own crisis and now his too. The anchor's reaction: he listens to her without interrupting. He lets her cry. He holds her and says nothing but, I'm so sorry. This is awful. We are going to get through this. He doesn't offer instant solutions. He doesn't panic. He simply provides a calm, strong presence. His core message is not, I will fix this, but I am here, I am not scared, and we will not break. This is the principle of emotional co-regulation. A person in an elevated state of distress can borrow the calm of a regulated nervous system next to them. The anchor's ability to remain grounded in the face of chaos is the ultimate sign of psychological safety. It demonstrates profound strength, reliability, and leadership. He proves that he is not a liability in a crisis, but a foundational asset. This builds a level of trust that is deeper than any fleeting feeling. The unhealthy alternative is the emotionally volatile partner, whose moods are unpredictable and who makes his partner's problems all about his own anxiety. He is another storm, not a harbor. The healthy anchor is not emotionless. He feels the stress, but he is not controlled by it. He has the emotional maturity to process his own feelings without making them his partner's burden. Being an anchor does not mean being a stoic, unfeeling robot. It's absolutely okay to feel scared or stressed. The key is that you don't make your fear her problem to solve in that moment. It's about taking responsibility for your own emotional regulation first, so you can be a source of strength. It's a skill that requires practice, not a personality you're born with. over time, a woman who is with an anchor feels a profound sense of security. She knows that no matter how bad life gets, she will not have to face it alone, nor will she have to manage her partner's emotional state on top of her own. This feeling of being fundamentally safe with a man is one of the primary reasons she would never want to leave. The second pillar ensures that safety doesn't become boring. An irreplaceable man is not just an anchor holding the ship in place, he is also the compass, pointing the way to an interesting destination. The compass is a man who has a clear sense of his own purpose and mission in life, independent of his relationship. His passions, his goals, his hobbies, his drive, they create a gravitational pull. He has a rich inner world and is the protagonist of his own story. His life does not revolve around his partner. His partner is the cherished co-star in his already compelling movie. Contrast two men on a Saturday afternoon. Man A's world revolves around her. She asks him what he wants to do. He says, "I don't know, whatever you want to do." He has no plans, no hobbies. His only goal for the day is to be with her. While sweet on the surface, this places the entire burden of creating a fulfilling life on her shoulders. Man B, the compass, she asks him what he's up to. He says, "I'm heading to my workshop for a few hours to finish building that bookshelf we talked about, but I'd love to meet up for dinner around 7. He is passionate, he is creating something, he has his own world. He is not waiting for her to make his life happen. Which man is more intriguing? Which man's life feels more exciting to be a part of? This is about the psychology of desire and respect. We are attracted to people who inspire us. A man with a mission exudes a sense of purpose and direction that is inherently attractive. It signals competence, passion, and a lack of neediness. When a man has his own source of validation and fulfillment, he doesn't drain energy from the relationship. He brings energy into it. His separateness gives his partner the space to miss him, to wonder what he's up to, which is a crucial ingredient for long-term desire. The unhealthy alternative is the man who loses himself completely in a relationship. He abandons his friends, his hobbies, and his goals. He becomes a relationship chameleon, which is predictable and, over time, boring. The healthy compass integrates his partner into his life without making her the sole focus of it. He has space for his mission and his relationship, and both are stronger for it. This does not mean you should neglect your partner in favor of your mission. That's not being a compass, that's being a selfish workaholic. The art is in the balance. The compass demonstrates that he can be both a deeply committed partner and a passionately engaged individual. His commitment to his own growth is in itself a gift to the relationship. A man without his own direction eventually becomes an emotional burden. A man who is his own compass remains a source of fascination. His partner respects his drive and is proud to be with someone who is actively engaged in building a meaningful life. This mutual respect prevents the relationship from becoming stagnant. What is one thing you are passionate about that has nothing to do with your relationship? Your mission, big or small? Share it in the comments and let's inspire each other. The first two pillars create a man who is strong and interesting. This third pillar makes him a truly exceptional partner. The irreplaceable man is also the gardener. The gardener understands that a relationship is a living thing. It needs to be tended to, nurtured, and actively cultivated. He doesn't just let the relationship happen on autopilot. He pays attention. He listens deeply. He initiates difficult conversations with care. And he cherishes the small daily rituals that keep the connection strong. He knows how to water the garden. Imagine a couple has been feeling a little distant for a few weeks. Life has been busy. The passive partner? He notices the distance but does nothing. He either assumes it will fix itself or he's too afraid to bring it up. The weeds of resentment and misunderstanding start to grow in the silence. The gardener? He notices the distance too. He carves out time and initiates a conversation. He says, "Hey, I feel like we've been a bit disconnected lately, and I miss you. Is there anything on your mind? I want to make sure we're okay." He doesn't place blame. He states his feeling and opens the door for connection. He is actively tending to the health of the relationship. This is the application of emotional intelligence and a growth mindset to a relationship. The gardener sees issues not as threats, but as signals that the garden needs attention. He takes proactive responsibility for the health of the us. This requires the skills we've discussed before: deep listening, reading the unspoken, and the us versus the problem mindset. By consistently showing he is willing to do the work of maintaining the connection, he makes his partner feel cherished and secure. The unhealthy alternative is the passive, complacent partner who takes the relationship for granted. He assumes that since nothing is wrong, everything must be right. He puts the entire burden of emotional maintenance on his partner. The healthy gardener shares that responsibility. He understands that a great relationship is not found, it is built day after day. Being a gardener doesn't mean you have to solve every problem or have constant State of the Union talks. That can be exhausting. It's about a consistent, low-level awareness. It's the small check-ins. It's noticing a bad mood and offering a hug. It's prioritizing a weekly date night. It's the small, consistent acts of watering that keep the garden from drying out. A relationship with a gardener feels alive. It feels like a co-created masterpiece that is always evolving. His partner feels seen, heard, and cherished, not just for who she was when they met, but for who she is today. This active cultivation of the bond is what turns a good relationship into a great one, and it's a quality a woman would be very reluctant to leave behind. So, let's put the pieces together. The irreplaceable man is the anchor, providing a foundation of safety and stability. He is the compass, providing a sense of direction and independent purpose that inspires respect. And he is the gardener, actively nurturing the relationship to ensure it thrives. The deep why is that these three pillars fulfill the core human needs in a long-term partnership: security, growth, and connection. A woman who is with a man who makes her feel safe, anchor, who inspires her to be better, compass, and who actively cherishes and nurtures their bond, is in a relationship that meets her needs on every level. Why would she ever leave? So, how do you start embodying these pillars? First, to be the anchor, practice mindfulness. The root of emotional regulation is awareness. Start a simple 5-minute daily mindfulness or meditation practice. The goal is to learn to observe your emotions without immediately reacting to them. This creates the mental space needed to be a calm presence for others, even when you feel stressed yourself. Second, to be the compass. Define your mission. Take 30 minutes this week and write down the answer to this question. Putting my relationship aside, what is one thing I want to build, create, or achieve in the next year? It could be a fitness goal, a creative project, or a career skill. Choose one and take the first small step. This is the beginning of building your independent engine. Third, to be the gardener. Schedule a check-in. Put it on the calendar. Once a week or every 2 weeks, have a 15-minute check-in with your partner. Ask these 3 questions. What was one good thing about our week together? What was one challenging thing? Is there anything you need from me for the week ahead? This simple ritual automates the act of tending the garden and makes difficult conversations feel normal and safe. Being a man a woman never wants to leave isn't about being perfect. It's about a pillar, a safe harbor in a storm, a guiding star on a dark night, and a dedicated gardener for the life you build together. These are not tricks, they are virtues. They are skills of character that you can build, starting today. Cultivate these and you won't have to worry about keeping her. You will have built a bond that is truly unbreakable. Thank you for watching. If you're ready to become this man, subscribe.